Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Total War 3 Kingdoms. Man, I'm having the most fun with this campaign. We're just going to get right back to it. So I sort of forgot to save at the end of the last video, but we've recreated the state. You know, there weren't any battles before then, really. We just moved in, autoed over here, moved up, did a little bit of stuff, you know, recruited the dudes who are probably definitely spies. We did one of that, like, one turn earlier for the recruitment of this person. We've already discovered her as a spy and had her join our faction, but everything as it was before. Now, Cao Pi, we were going to... We'll just build, like, some siege stuff, and if they come out, then we'll do that. I just don't feel like doing... doing the siege as such, given that we're about to do some more of that, I think. And the field battle feels more fun. Alright, yeah. Good stuff. Now, we won't have the field battle, but of course, now we won't have to worry about the walls, and that will be good indeed. Now, of course, Cao Pi has my bow, honor manifested. That belongs to Cao Ren. It's got his name on it. But we're not gonna... Hey, Ollie, the game dev, how's it going, man? Yes, it has been a while. Welcome, welcome. We're trying to take over China. It's going super good. Cao Ren is like, conduct yourself with honor. I'm like, yes, that is what we are doing here. Honorable conducting. You being Celeste? Ah, yes. Did you end up finishing it? What are your thoughts? I still haven't done farewell. You know, the generals here aren't anything super special, but they are very good at fighting. They just, you know, they're not in full form or anything. But that should be, I mean, we should be fine there, because we've got, you know, a secret and a not secret weapon. We've got, you know, we've got Tiger Guard. Oh, we don't need to use Tiger Guard for that. We have Spear Guard for that. But we've got a bunch of archers here, and we're going to be in a good position to really give them a headache. We're just going to keep our sweeper cav in the back and our melee cav over here. If they try to come in through the forest there, that'll be, you know, a surprise. We'll see. This battlefield isn't like in what I would call an ideal position, but we don't need an ideal position to beat these fools, right? They're like all the way over there. What are they gonna do? Like wait for reinforcements? Ridiculous. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you said you did the summit, but not the viewer said. You said, yeah. You know, they can be fulfilling. I've done all the B sides, but I've not done all of the C sides, and I've not done farewell. But I had a super good time with it. I just, you know, I only play it now and then. I'm like, we're not even really covering up the crew, are we? There we go. Much better. Well, I mean, a little better. There we go. We just want to be, like, right there. We can get them to give battle. They'll just come to us, right? Right. They've got, like, some cav. I mean, not like a whole lot. We do need to get working on it, though. And we'll just try to anchor, like, right there. No, more like right there. Top of the hill. Because as they come in here... Working on making some jump trash levels recently. Cool, cool. So I've been playing about once every day for a year. I did play earlier today. I've been playing, like, once a week-ish. I've started playing platformers, which I find... Oh, no! Trebuchets, let's run. Ay, ay, ay. That horse had a family. But you want to duel me? You want to duel me? Very well, I accept. Alright, we gotta go all the way over here. This is the front where the cav's gonna be a problem. We're just gonna win this fight. I just have confidence in me, right? We might take some damage. We'll probably heal it back up. We started this fight pretty low, but like... Eugen is going to... Eugen is just gonna beat Cao Ren totally up. Like, it's gonna be so rough. I probably won't lose 3,000 hit points out of it. Anyway. Oh man, Cao Ren is sitting here getting shot up. Yikes. What is wrong with me? Well, you know. We're just gonna charge into these guys and give himself unbreakable. Alright, we need to go in this way. You know, their infantry's about to show up. The good news is, as soon as they get into this firing line, they're gonna melt. The bad news is, until they're in that firing line, we're not gonna be doing so good. But we kept them out on this front here. Now, we don't want to get the cav embroiled there. In fact, we want to pull it back a little bit until this infantry engages. Then we'll sweep down from the side there, right? Oh yeah, there's the good stuff. They're running away that way. Cao Ren, oh my goodness, run away, my man. Run away. Quit fighting cavalry by yourself. Why are you so brave? Alright, he gets away with it somehow. Speaking of getting away with it somehow, Eugen is still, like, just fighting a bunch of guys over here after his duel. Get on your horse, my man. Get on your horse. No, actually, hit Cao Pi. We're just gonna hold Cao Ren to the back here. Oh yeah, this whole side is gonna collapse under the weight of the archer fire when they turn like this. Their shields get hit if they had them, and if they don't have them, it's gonna take care of them too. Yeah, Mishru. But yeah, Ollie, I would absolutely love to see your platformer level and play it the next time I play. Or, you know, if you leave a comment on my Geometry Dash video, I'll try to remember to, like, mark your level down, and just that way, even if you're not around, I give it a shot on my next stream. But no, I thought I just had like a really good time playing the platformers, and alright, so Cao Pi was Oathsworn with that person. We're going to go and pop this strategist now. Eugen's just gonna knock it all down. And we're just gonna advance now just a little bit. Forest is burning down, let's get out of it. That means what? Okay, so sure you say that means wife became prime minister, made peace with everyone, even the yellow turbans. Everyone's at peace in an alliance. Isn't that wonderful? You know, that's just a moving story of how well people could get along if they just let themselves see outside of their preconceptions, right? Man, these Onyx Dragons do work. Man, these trebuchets with extra ammunition do work. I mean, I think they do. They've got barely any kills, but you know, it's about sending a message. Am I ever gonna get my horse? No, let's just fight. Yujin just wants to brawl. These guys aren't gonna be able to stand up. All right, let's start actually paying attention here. Yeah, if you like set it in a chat of a stream, then I would never get it. But if you like, oh no, I moved my guys in front of the juggernaut. Terrible. But because I'm very haphazard with things. Oh, I see. Well, that's too soon. Because I guess like a comment on a video how the live stream works, like I don't see them until after. That's pretty funny. But I will try to give it a shot. I thought I got all the ones that showed up in chat. Oh no, don't roast me, run away from the flamethrower. You know, it worked just fine. Oh, beautiful stuff. He baits them into it. Where is my horse? I want my beautiful horse to come and save me. And we're just gonna keep on roasting him with the juggernaut here. This is what we're here for. This is historical Chinese warfare. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh no. How do men stand against such reckless behaviors? Alright. Alright, now I believe in taking a juggernaut to the battle. How are they seeing this and still being like, I want to fight. I want to run up against the flamethrower. These are the bravest dudes in the whole world. Shame. It's a tad hard. You know, the hitbox of the spikes are spot to be able to clip inside of them. Yeah, I did play one. Whoops. Oh no, come on, you're joking. No. Unbelievable. Anyway, the game crashed. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. Pretty annoying stuff. It was a good battle. Everything had been like so well done. I mean, sure, we like threw away a bunch of hit points on Cao Ren, but like it was very satisfying. I mean, it'll still be fun the second time, but you know how it is. It's like doing the thing you just did. Basically, no matter how fun it was, you know, you still like, you know, you sort of squeezed all the enjoyment out of it. At least that's how it feels to me often. But anyway, that's the breaks, right? Yeah, Ollie, I had played a level that somebody, I think that the user had made, but we had to do that where you like jump up and like sort of be on the side of the block. I think there were little markers they had put on it to let you know, but alright. Alright. Every time after the game crashes, I like reach over and I'm like, if this machine is not on fire in temperature, then it's not its fault. It's a very good machine. Everybody loves you. What a strong person she is, you know. And if it is on fire, I'm like, what? It's not fair. And now this is a new war compared to before. It's fine. It doesn't change anything about our strategic position. I guess in this timeline, Cao Pi elects not to move out, so that's fine too. Oh man, he got on the water? That's bad. Well, that's bad. I don't know if we're going to be able to protect this place in time. Just going around the pass, that's smart. I hate that. Why? I think I've done that move before. Well, maybe we'll just lose our lands over here a little bit. Well, we better hope that I don't have any responses. Alright, so here... I guess Sun Run is just gonna go over here to deal with these fools. She's gotta do something. There's 3 armies up here anyway. By the time she got over there, they'd already be done, because we are gonna move Lu Bu's force over here. Because the Hun Empire, they're not going to be able to do too much here. We're going to... We'll just continue sieging them, because at this point, again, like, we want Cao Pi to surrender. He already offered to be our vassal, but in that timeline, I accepted, and then he immediately did a scheme against me, and I was like, okay, we're gonna reload, and this time, I'm never gonna trust Cao Cao or anyone in his family again, except Cao Ren, who works for me. We can just move over here now and get the auto-resolve, and then next turn, move across the river. Yeah. And then we're just gonna carve up Yuan Shao, and maybe send like 1 army over to deal with the rest of them here. Oh, you said you made a full video of spike clipping? Man. Alright, so here we have Zhaoang. We're not just going around executing people willy-nilly now, right? Now, she has a trebuchet, so taking her would, we can just take her to get her away from Wei. But I think we can just release her. We don't need another strategist at this point. We just got a couple of new ones. Well, the good battle lives on in our hearts. This army gets almost entirely fine. Do we try to get onto the water this turn? That seems a little reckless. Not so reckless that we don't want to do it, though, right? There we go. We get on the water this turn. We'll cross over next turn, hopefully right here. And, because there's, like, swampland and stuff here. And if we get here on the road, we'll be able to move in. But... no, we could go over this way. That seems better. It doesn't look like it'd be too rough of land to make it in 1 turn after that. And that way we won't have to trespass on the Han Empire, who of course we don't have any, malfeasance planned for. And then the Empress and this new army down here and our wonderful sister will be able to move over in this direction and roll over Shu while we're working in this side here. We need to distribute a level. But to whom? Cao Ren at 7 will get his ability, which is what we've been trying to work for, right? Right. Get a reform. 10% income from all sources. That seems pretty good. Alright. Man, I really dislike that they got on the water. I think our auto-resolve would favor us. But, you know, it'll be annoying if we lose a city, even for a small length of time. Looks like Shimoka would be coming in on an incursion here, so we are going to need to be having an army on this side anyway. I think we'll send the Empress and Fa Zheng here to be the pacifier of the Nanman. Oh, okay. So Ma Teng he sees the Emperor showing up, and he's like, wow, I gotta get off of the water right now. And then he attacks the gate pass and the army and the Empress all at one time. This is very bold. Literally, thanks for stopping in. Alright, I mean, I guess we'll, I guess we'll honor him with an appearance here. I mean, what you rarely get the opportunity to reinforce your vassal, right? Well, I'm just glad they're very brave. Oh, it's a heavily wooded area. That's not so good. The Empress is so fast. So she's 141 speed without forest penalties. Yeah, no wonder she's getting everybody else out of it. She needs to stay with this block. I think she'll make all of them faster. We need to save our friends. All right. And imagine how it must have felt to be the beleaguered forces of Liu Bao, and then to see over the mountainside, through the forest, the banners of Wu, your overlord, who's always been of dubious practical and legal value. And now, coming at once to your defense, showing the flag, veritably brave. And while I would love to do that, what I would love more is to line up a sick poison volley right here. I think the Arc of the Land here is fine for this. Please shoot them. Alright, you know, it hit a bunch of people, actually. So wonderful. I think we would win that duel with Ma Chao, but the thing is that we're trying to be smarter than that. This, after all, has a strategist in the army. No, you're allowed to play dumb even if you have a strategist. There's no rule that says you have to, like, play like you have a brain. Oh, if they roared, we need to get them out of there. Their morale is not going to hold up for any length of time. We're going to hit Ma Teng with the mock. We're going to be like, you're old, You got a funny hat. Everybody makes fun of you. Oh, he'll hate that. Ma Teng, proud thing, cannot endure to be mocked. And I would really like all of the cavalry to get out of that blob. Of course, now our archers are shooting, you know, they don't have ideal arcs here. We want to get them over here, right? Because they showed up a little early, but the rest of our forces will be here soon enough. Now, they do have a juggernaut. And you don't want to just let somebody tell you that they're the juggernaut. They do have to prove it. But the Empress is like, you're in my land, and she just like walks up and hits Ma Teng with her sword. Not to be outdone, this sentinel, whose name I totally know, shows right up as well. And Ma Teng runs, get wrecked. Now what we want to do here... You know, some of those infantry of Jing may die, but that is a price I'm willing to pay. Where are the Onyx Dragons at? Oh, they all... I left skirmish mode on and they're off running like fools. Well, at least one of them found a spot to shoot from. I'm like, what happened to Ma Chao? Oh, he went over there to totally tune up their whole army at once. Well, he won't be able to get away with it in the super long term, right? Hey, that one trombone, how are you? We're just taking over China, it's good stuff. Well, right here, we're defending our lands, you know, from these northern horse peoples who, you know, they're bandits. They don't respect us as the true emperor. We may have only been the emperor for like 6 months, but it should be obvious that we're supposed to be doing the job, and they have no business messing with us. And we're gonna hit her with the Mach. Mach is a devastating ability that will do like more than half of her damage over the course of a minute. Pretty funny stuff. They just cannot endure being made fun of. Ma Chao's raging out on account of his dead father. And look, they started it. They literally did. This is the one time I'm not being ironic. I am so far from where they live. They went so far out of their way to come and mess with me here. They didn't have to do all that, right? Like, this is a very uncool thing for them to be doing. But it turns out that we needed an army in this area anyway, so that's alright then. My mustache is back mostly. Oh yeah, you It's as long now as it's ever been. You can't really see from it, but it's like in the shadows. It's like you know, it's so like, you know, I'm like, how do we show the length of a mustache? But no, it's quite voluminous. It goes like beneath my chin. The longest of the whiskers do. Alright, but Ma Teng, not to be dissuaded, is moving against our vassal in the north there, Luoyang, who, like, you know, when we observed them as a vassal, I think we made a lot of people dislike us, but they were already going to dislike us. Now, we're not at war with the Han Empire yet, which is good. And they are destroying all of my supplies. I forgot to use my own thing. Oh, we get a big public order for the whole year. Not that we were having public order problems, but now we're really not. Alright, so those shallows are impassable, but these shallows, between the two places we can go? No. That's all impassable. And we're just gonna pop up here and take this farmland with Lu Bu's army. Lu Bu doesn't have his weapon. Nobody knows what happened to it. Sun Tzu's using it. I'm like, the martial G, that's like not really what we're looking for. We want, you know, let's give him the axe, right? Let's give him a big old axe. And then a smaller clay axe for decoration. Because when we joined the, you know, that we took red hair and the sky piercer away. Figuring, you know who really deserves that? Sun Tzu, Little Conqueror. We're gonna go ahead and we can't quite get there in time, and we do trespass. We trespass a little bit. It'll be okay. And we're just gonna pop the Empress's army over here, because we're gonna have to deal with Shamoka eventually, and what better place than here, what better time than now. Sun Ren is gonna go and take Shangyong, because of course these fools declared war against me, and that can't stand. You know, you can't ever let anybody declare war on you. Not at this point in China. You know, you gotta send a message. Alright. And somehow our money is still okay. You know, we do have 0% corruption in the capital. We've been doing our assignments. You know, we've got a lot of... We're finally doing some of the mechanics that allow you to get it, you know, doing a little bit better. You need to bury in your old Blue Oyster Cult records. Yeah, it does sound like an interesting thing to have in the background. China has a prescription. No. Low-hanging reference. Because Yanbaihu, now, they have... The Han have both of the gate passes around Luoyang, but no other land here in the north, which, like... The game recommends I increase the campaign difficulty. I mean, it's already basically the end of the turn. We're not gonna... They're reducing her satisfaction. I think she's still gonna be at almost 100. Yeah, she's still at almost 100. She's worked for me forever. She'll be alright. Alright, so these fools that declared war on me now have rebellion problems. Get wrecked. Couldn't be me. We're just gonna get on the way there. Look, I would prefer Yellow Turbans just hand over the land, but I'm fully prepared to take it if that's what's required. Oh, it'll be another income place. Well, I think we probably won't develop it, but it could be used for income theoretically. We're just gonna keep on pressing over here to Shu, because like, look, I don't know if I want to fight Ma Teng and like go into the north, but I certainly want to dissuade him from making any more incursions down the Yangtze. I mean, like, he has to go really far to get there, but you look, a punitive expedition is certainly called for at this point. And while we declared ourselves King of Wei because we took the Kingdom of Wei away, we still need the province of Wei, but we're about to get up there now. And here, rather than take Shandong, we're going to move all the way up here to Gongcheng, because this is a more aggressive move, and we can take that other province next turn anyway. Don't forget, Yuan Shao, you did this to yourself. And as we see, it turns out that the capital of the Han Empire is going to be next door to Yuan Shao's capital. Well, that's fortuitous. I can't imagine what kind of thoughts might go through a man's head whenever he notices that the other person calling themselves emperor is right next to his army. We'll have to see. Alright, let's distribute a little bit of experience real quick. Cao Ren for the heal. I want to use it at least one time before this campaign is done. It doesn't look like the experience comes in with enough to do it. You know, it's not a full level each time. It is a big chunk, though. Anyway. It's like, oh, we're trespassing? Oh, no. You know, Yanbaihu's army is weak, and Lu Bu would, even without his regular stuff, just absolutely obliterate him. But, you know, we won't have to do that. We're a generous guy. Also, we're not totally in position for that yet. Now, do we want to do another army, like, over here, just, like, for the love of the game? We have super cheap redeployment cost at this point. We took Zhang Fei's spear away, but we can give him an army, right? There's nothing that says we can't give my man an army. And then we'll have a poacher, and then we can put, like, Sima Yi into this army. Yeah, why not? Why not? He might be a spy, but you can't hold something like that against a guy. And then we're just going to load up with Protectors of Heaven here, just a real simple and elegant army. One Merc Infantry. I like one Merc Infantry. I do. I like having the Axe Breaker. I don't care if it's not good. And, you know, we need something to move up to soak in the fire of towers, potentially. And then, of course, while Tiger and Leopard Cavalry are fine, we don't want them on a strategist. Simi looks like he inherited this retinue from somebody else. But now we're going to make it a template army like all the other armies, with trebuchets and archers and people on the ground. It's my favorite thing to do. Alright, Zhang Fei, he's at least got a good weapon. We'll give him a nicer horse. That'll please him. Hey, Froggy. You say how the rest of the Sunners go during platform mode? Yeah, we played a couple more levels and had a really good time. I really wish there was a search setting in the game. We're gonna upgrade the Imperial City. Public order might get a problem eventually, but we're gonna upgrade it. We'll, you know, if we get another building, we'll like build a public order building. Maybe, you know, the more population you have, the more money you can get as a bonus there. And plus, you know, it's the Imperial City. We should, we've got this Imperial City too. This is somebody else's Imperial City though. It's hardly the same. Yeah, I wish there was a no copyright sounds search button, but yeah, no, you know, it's perfect for me because you get the creativity that I like of the levels, but without the you know, aggressive pacing that I find difficult to keep up with. Man, so many generals. Okay, there we go. Heavenly Presence. This is a 3k heal in an aura all around. Potentially one of the stronger things in the game. But anyway, we're doing great here. Zhangyang, we're just gonna roll him up. Peace out, vassalize? No, he doesn't want that. He doesn't see the benefit of any of that. Does anybody see the benefit of peace? Only Cao Pi, who of course we know cannot be trusted. But, you know, we're, I mean, he's getting rolled up pretty bad over here. Who else is at war with him? Ma Teng's at war with him too, so I hardly think that going to the north is going to help him at all. We'll need to send an army over. We'll send Cao Ren's army over, right? So much the better to mop up the family that he used to be a member of. And then this army will be in shape to attack and defend over here. Right on schedule for doing the war. Oh yeah, we should have a handmade cavalry for the... I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, he doesn't have tiger guards. He's not high enough level yet. Like an infinite beside inferior mending. I thought his hit everybody from reading it, but maybe it's just generals, because it doesn't say only generals, and mending only mended for the generals, so I thought this at least would be, you know, like... You know, if you had, like him as, like, an Imperial Archer crossbow guy, right? And you do them, you know, they take a little bit of damage and counterfire. Mending is everybody? Oh, okay. I did not realize. Inferior heal, okay. Yeah, and then, you know, like, I thought he would be really good for that. You know, if you could get him in, like, a Chiang Hunter sort of stack. Hey, Froggy. Hey, Froggy. Thanks for stopping in. Alright, this campaign, I mean, it's charmed, isn't it? I mean, just look at that. Look at our lands. Look at the beauty of it. Look, look. This is the dream, right? To our south, Wang Long, a total bro. We're best friends. It's gonna be a shame when the Han move in. Oh, we can actually confederate him with 0.7 of a difference. So maybe if we just get a little bit stronger before we attack the Han. Maybe if we, like, put an army right here. Well, we'll need one here anyway. Can we afford another army? No, we can't. You know, we'll just deal with it. We'll just deal with it. If he attacks us, you know, he can't afford much armies anyway. Well, we can make just like a little half stack probably and deal with them. But anyway, you know, getting Lu Bu, the warrior without equal, and taking his stuff and giving it to Sun Tzu, like, this is, like, what a campaign, right? What a campaign. We got all the people, not Guan Yu, and not Zhao Yun, but, you know, all the people. Just so many of all of the hits are here. You have got to acquire them all. Sima Yi, Fa Zheng, Zhuge Liang, all of them under my banner. That's within ultimatum range. Oh, okay. I just like, I knew it would like make a war if not, but I was like 0.7, just accept it. You know, just be my friend. What? Okay, so Yuan Shao takes the Imperial Palace away. And, well, that is pretty humorous, because now I might not even have to fight the Han Empire, and I was already fighting Yuan Shao. I'm already right here. That is very funny indeed. Good job, Yuan Shao. You really showed them, buddy. Like, your boss isn't even the Emperor anymore. Okay, and then... Man, that one turn, we should have done it then. Whatever. It's fine. We don't need to do it, right? Especially since we don't... Yambahu, oh, they're broke. They had to drop, like, a whole thing out of this army. Well, that makes sense. You know, they would have been trying to pay for a lot of stuff, and then... You know, a real shame if it doesn't work out for him. We're just gonna move up like so. But that's very funny that, you know, because the Han Empire as a neighbor is, you know, like that would have been a bigger war to have to worry about. But now I'm thinking, you know, the redeployment cost, we should just drop this army and move it over here to fight. Well, we don't necessarily have to fight them, though. And the Empress is going to be able to pop in here on Shamoka. He won't be able to do much there. Sunrun, just going to keep on moving through here. Exactly, Luke. What a great GIF and a fun movie. I really enjoyed that one. Oh yeah, we gave Zhang Fei's spear to Sunrun. I was gonna give red hair and Lubu's halberd, Sky Piercer, to her, but then I was like, you know, Sun Tzu's the faction leader. He deserves all the cool stuff. Plus, he's going to where the real battles are going to be. I know she's just going over here to where these little petty peasants are. Yeah, Shaun of the Dead will always be real special to me. I really like zombie movies, and, you know, the stranger the better. That's what I always say. Alright, so I think here we just... I mean, we can just recall this army for right now. Look, we can resummon an army and it'll be ready in a day or two. We know the redeployment cost is very cheap. I just don't know where we want this one yet. We might drop it, yeah, you know, once we move over here and take Hanzhong, we can resummon the army over there, and then, you know, it'll be more practical. Sun Tzu, no respecter at all of what's going on here. We're like, oh, you spent a long time getting all this together, Yuan Shao? You managed to win the North somehow, relatively? Well, and now this is happening. Alright, so he's got several armies here. We'll just get out of the city in this direction and retreat if they attack. No biggie, and then we'll have all of these armies to come up. But, oh yeah, that's right, the Han pieced out with them. So, Gongsun Zan is... I'm like, we're at war with them? Oh, he's Song's vassal. That makes sense. Because we have, like, a ton of food. Everything is stable. No, not there. We're upgrading the city there. We'll just wait. And that place is actually making us money, and this one will too. So we'll, so we have a filial and incorrupt here. Nah, everyone's already doing their assignments. We got a lot of assignments rolling. I feel good about that. Oh. Is that it? Alright, so we got beat up on the auto-resolve. But he's got like a half-strength army and another beat-up army. Our ranged are totally fine. His heroes are quite beat up. Chengpu will be able to just beat the brakes off all of them. Yeah, I think we definitely take this battle. I don't see how we couldn't. We've got, you know, 100 or so cavalry between it. We'll be able to set up. They're going to come to us. It's going to be fine. Oh, yeah. We'll just set up all the way over here. Just do this classic move. Because again, if they try to move the cav down at speed, we will absolutely carve them to pieces. Because our cav is as numerous and far better at fighting, and then we'll have our generals, which are better at fighting than theirs. Not to brag, but they are. And of course, all the warriors of Wu in this army have bows. That's our thing, you know, that's our trademark now. Any of you cowards want a duel? Anybody want to throw down? We're gonna shoot at their strategist. Yeah, that'll show them. Did I ever get those 5 duels? Oh yeah, I believe so. Also, I've discovered the Church of Sunrun shooting Heartseeker at people. Oh man, ain't that fun. Sure, it went into the ground a couple of times, but man, oh man, does it ever work whenever you do it right. Oh wow, what? Wow, what's hitting me? Oh, a tower is so much better at shooting than that bow is. Yikes. Very dumb stuff. Very dumb. That's what I get for having fun. It's alright, he's unbreakable. Or maybe it was Yuan Shao shooting him. Maybe it was with sequencer. You know. I mean, he does. Maybe that was it. That's a good bow, and he used a lot of ammo. Maybe we were trading shots with somebody who was a better archer. Feels bad. Like, are you fools really gonna walk into the range of my archers? They are wonderful. Oh, and the trebs. Well, we don't want the trebs to be shooting right here. We want them to be shooting, like, right here. Actually, focusing on this side of the formation. We're going to be able to just crunch them up here, right? Right. And then as they come out to respond, we wheel to charge them in turn. And hit them with a roar. And then we will laugh at them when they run, and we will be like, ha! But importantly, that's going to get the cavalry out of the block, allowing us to get this in here before any of their spears or glaives get to show up to the party. And of course, we know under the force of a oh yeah, full heal from getting an Oathsworn down. That's bad. Oh, we need to get out of here. We need to get on out of here. The Onyx Dragons have a ton of ammo. The Trebs had a ton of ammo. All we gotta do is keep on keeping it done. Shield wall, shield wall. Back up a little bit here, move forward to accept archery fire here. Our men are running. Aye, we'll be okay. Nobody wants to duel Cheng Pu. That's so surprising. Zhang He wants to duel me. I don't want to do that now. Oh no, I clicked on him by accident. That's bad. Well... maybe we'll still win. We're gonna hit the roar. And if we hit him again, maybe that'll make him flee. It also, I figured it would make this block run. Well, you know, they can't all be winners. But he is wavering. I am at 1 hit point. Hit him again! Hit him again, Sansa! Your luck can't run out! Sansa has been defeated. Well, your luck ran out. It's okay. Cheng Pu is going to fight everybody now and destroy them by doing about 1 million damage. Now, unfortunately, these archers are compromised here. You know, the cavalry getting eliminated, losing that duel, all that's pretty bad. But if we just come in this way, we should be able to make this block run away. And this whole flank has collapsed, right? There's nothing over here anymore, so it's all fine. Zhu needs to get out of here. The archers will round it out, right? Their crossbows are running out of ammo. The Merc infantry are acquitting themselves super well. If we just get this rear charge here, they're engaged. They don't notice me coming in here. That should make them run, right? Well, the point is, though, that we're not inside of the place, so they're not going to be able to rob us of replenishment. And, you know, I'm going to send Chengpu over to pop the leader. No, you know, we don't need to do that. We'll just keep on fighting right here. He's still got his horse, after all. Onyx Dragons getting turned offline. They'll be alright in the very long run. Oh, these Vanguard crossbows with juiced melee stats. 38-29? What? They're better at fighting than most fighters are. They're better at fighting than militia, than medium level G guys. Nutty. I mean, I guess we've got decent fighters too. You know, let's get the Onyx Dragons fighting, right? Like, stop acting like we're gonna run. We're not gonna run. Get... Get off of the horse, beat him down, make him run. Man, am I gonna get army lost here? No, because we're gonna in 2 hits beat their leader down. Yeah, that's the way, you know. Just get off of your horse and brawl. That's the way. Their strategist is actually much stronger than my strategist. We want to run away from him. But he does have a nice horse to run through with, right? The old power creep, right? It could happen to anybody. But, you know, I think we're holding it together. And what a spirited defense, you know. If Sun Tzu hadn't taken that duel, but he couldn't say no, right? He couldn't say no because I was controlling him. And I couldn't say no. Hey, these 7 Defenders of Heaven are fighting, like, tooth and nail, though, right? I love that. They're not even unbreakable, but they didn't break. The planet broke before the guard did. Yes! Glorious defense. Wonderful stuff. See, that... that's the sort of thing that steals the spirit. And, oh, man. I'm thinking for general, it's not so much... Because the infantry, you want the mass of the charges and the shock there, but the generals, because you want the speed of the attack. Right. Alright, so here, we're going to employ her because it's cheap, and, yeah. Yuan Shao we will release, Pengji we will release, Shanghai we will release. We're not a monster, we're just the person who's supposed to be in charge. Y'all better run. Y'all better run. And that was, of course, the only chance they had to get it done. To come up on my army, alone, unsupported, and half dead, and we still got it done. Of course, their armies weren't, like, at full strength, but who cares? Who cares? These pretenders, the song, are going to learn what happens to people who don't accept the manifest mandate of heaven. But soon everybody will be on the exact same page. An exquisite weapon comes to me. We're going to allow Yan Baihu to walk through our land, because, I mean, that's what a magnanimous leader I am. And while I was gonna send him to the north, I figure, I mean, this place is fine too, because we're gonna get the Zhongfei Sima Yi army going on up there. The turbans are a straight menace. Somebody should do something. You know, not for the first time, I reflect that we are such a good overlord to Liu Bao. You know, sure, we're the reason he has to live here, but we have helped him out a couple of times now. What a nice guy we are. I mean, does he still hate me a lot? Yeah, but we're trending towards negative 168, so I find that very good. Alright, so we need to lick our wounds for a turn. Their army's moved up there, so we can just take Hene right now. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, that's pretty good. We managed to catch out their retreating army of their faction leader. So, well, you know, Lu Bu may not be letting Yuan Shao go if he catches him. And Zheng Xiong probably has an axe to grind too. Man, you know, this is a charmed run for sure. Lu Bu gets eliminated, shows up in the recruitment pool because he likes me. He doesn't even have bitterness towards me. We barely, because we never fought him personally, right? We just beat up on his faction a little bit and then had peace, which I guess is not enough to get bitterness, which makes sense, you know. Why would he take that personally? We are men of action. If the reinforcements are coming from there, then they'll probably try to deploy over there. We're just gonna push all the way up, yeah. Because we'll have the water there and here if they try to come across. Cao will be able to come up that way. Yeah, beautiful. Fist of the Bandit Queen here. Ha! They went over there. Brilliant! Alright, we got oil slicks there. We're just gonna go around. That's what's hot on the streets right now, just going around. We're charging here and here. Oh yeah, see, this is just like a militia force, right? And of course, when they're not braced, they get very, very messed up from a charge. Those ones might have been braced for the attack. Usually you see, because you lose like a few thousand hit points. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. How can any stand against us? They can't. You never had me, you never had your car. These poor chumps. These poor, poor chumps. Oh. They were cleverly waiting in the trees for the charge. Well, you know, we're just going to run right into them. You know, we've got heavy Luoyang cavalry here. And we're just going to charge downhill into brace spears. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, we might take some model damage, but we're still going to overrun them? Yeah, we'll still overrun them. All over with the shouting. I mean, I guess this is mainly a garrison force, right? I'm like, there's a lot of militia, but yeah. It makes sense, after all.
The
U Vanguard crossbows had shields. I was wondering how they were trading so well with the Onyx Dragons. I didn't realize they were U Vanguard crossbows. I just thought they were crossbows from the icon. I didn't, you know, think about how it would be the other units until later in that fight. The previous fight, I mean to say. So, with that, their forces are in quite rough shape, right? And these two armies are all we need for that. Cao Ren can keep on going on this project, and yeah, wonderful. Everything is going basically exactly as planned, only even better, because now we're going to be able to take Jindu, and without even declaring war on the Han. And here, they bring a couple of very beat up things with these generals newly put together. This time we will have more support there. We still have, you know, if we just play smarter, then we'll be fine. We've got tons of cavalry. And they don't have but 20 cavalry at all. So we'll be able to take care of that phase of it pretty soon. Just don't accept any duels, right? Just don't accept any duels. Just don't accept any duels. Unless it's Qingpu. Anybody can just not accept some duels, right? Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's just don't duel sentinels, yeah. And he was half beat up, and, you know, and that guy was like a real sentinel, not just like a sentinel in name only. We're all gonna shoot at this sentinel here. She doesn't really have a good weapon. We're all gonna shoot at Yuan here. If he wants to charge across the battlefield like this, then I will charge across the battlefield to him like this. Of course, we will get shot up a lot by Yuan Shao's bow, which is not ideal. But if we just take care of one of his great champions, that will be ideal. We're gonna hit him with a big roar here. We're just gonna make this whole block flee. And we eat a rear charge there because I'm not paying attention. Feels bad. Chengpu lost his horse. Chengpu already lost his horse. Well, that's not good. Let's just have him fight some dudes here. Anybody want to duel him? No? Sun Tzu is running away with it here, right? That's a couple of them down. Oh, and then they were oath-sworn, so we fully healed one. Oh, that feels real bad. We killed the weak sentinel, and it made everybody flip out. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, they hit him for 1,000,000. We're gonna get over the horse and try to beat this dude down. There's one hit. There's 2 hits. Yeah, there we go. You know, if this fool wants to fight Chengpu, you know, sure we might have blundered a bit with the setup, but hey, it all worked out, right? We ended up taking the fights we needed to. However, I don't know how it's going to work out in the long run here. It really depends on whether or not these cavalry can make contact. No, we've got tons of ammo on all the archers. We'll be okay. Get back on our horse. This guy has like 5k HP. What if we charge into him and hit him with our strategist? Will that intimidate him? No, we're gonna get out of there. Good news is that one of these cav units is still online enough to take care of that. You know, I don't love that there. We are going to just do this. Alright, so he does have his horse. We're gonna get over here. But yeah, with just this last bit of cavalry alive and Sun Tzu still having his horse, we should be able to deal with, you know, this backing grouping of the militia. Chengpu, of course, will be able to stay alive for a while, fighting on account of having perfect vigor, being a sentinel. And then soon enough, our voluminous archers will eventually get to start actually lighting up the foe. We did just what we wanted to, right? We wanted to protect the ranged units, and we did. Chengpu's unhorsed. Yes, he got unhorsed way earlier on the initial clash into him before the duel even. Or not the duel, before what we called the duel, before the sentinel got popped and all of that. Because they were still on horseback then, or Sun Tzu was. But Chengpu's been getting it done. You know, it's about sending a message. These G militia, we have 11 of these dudes. I'm like, can we stand up and fight these Cav? Yeah, we can. There's only 3 of them, and then the militia, they don't even outnumber us. Alright, the Cav ain't running. And what we're gonna do now with the... Oh, Chengpu! No! Well, you know, he was still very brave. We're just gonna go in here and give him a roar. That should be enough to break this this position here and have him flee, especially once the outrageous arrows of fortune start opening up on him. And just like that, another glorious defense. You know, they tried to catch us in our winter quarters while we were licking our wounds, but it was not to be for them after all. The vigor of Elder Chengpu is not to be underestimated. We give him a kick. We give him a hiya. Yuan Shao, of course I will employ you. Yuan Shao? You know. You know. Why don't I get his stuff? That's my question. Why don't I get his stuff? We'll fight him. Oh, there's more there are. Got it. You know, we, and then these guys coming in. We're gonna have like some HP. We're gonna have like 24 cav. Well, that's so much cavalry, though. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. But we've got 1 force flea in the block. Flaming shot for the morale hit, that's what we need.
军正在遭受攻击。
That roar could have been better.
我军士兵丢盔弃甲，真懦夫也！
Alright, since it's still got like 5,500 hit points, that's the way you can talk about hit points, 5,500. It's just a normal way to talk about them. Alright, we need to get him over here to pop these fools. Chengpu is just fighting. If he falls, then Sun Ce will heal. And if he doesn't fall, then that means he'll win. And then that means we win too. These cav are going to break. I don't think they're coming back after this break. Zhao Yun, Zhu Yu is doing fine. Doing just fine. Chengpu has run out of hostages. They're locked in here with him. Sun Ce is going to beat her down in just like 3 more hits. 1, 2, and 3. That's all they wrote for her. To think these fools wanted to take the fight. These G militia are trying to surround our noble strategist, and then of course they realize that the real heavy hitter is right behind. Never should have come here. And then their fresh shock infantry finally trying to get into a fight isn't going to get into one. They're just going to get shot up by our noble fire arrows. Beautiful. Perfect. What a... Thank you, Luke. Thank you. You know, what a great northern campaign it's been. You know, because we moved more aggressively than we might have. You know, we moved without support. And the reckless luck held out, you know? Oh, Chengpu had his horse this whole time? I thought he had been unhorsed. Memories of the last battle, huh? Just playing the character. Exactly, you know, I do unironically really like... No! Sun Ce's been defeated. I hope he doesn't die. He is wounded earlier, but he's got like 2 resilience, right? Because he was like yellow heart, and now he'll be red hearted. Yeah. Well, I was trying to take it easy for a couple of turns. They just attacked me. What was I supposed to do? Well, what I should have done is re-recruit the mercenary units into the army after the last turn, and then the replenishment wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, so wounded in battle there, so now if we get hurt again, we could have fatal consequences. We just got to be careful.
放了他们吧，对我们毫无用处。留着他们不过是浪费物资，成地利之便。
准备开战吧。
Zhurong, how could you? Yuan Shao inherits the kingdom. Liu Biao is succeeded by Mi Fang? What happened to all of your other heirs? Probably lost in battle sometime along the way. Alright, does he hate us? He is a vengeful rebel, so it looks like he's gonna be not a very good vassal.
一统天下，全力奋战。无知妙计，算无一策。我可不是薄情寡义之人。
And of course we're gonna employ a Nanman general. I mean, it would be cooler if they had a cooler army, but of course we're gonna employ one.
一统天下。
How long until we get... Ooh, willing fighters? Nice. Gotta love a cool thing like that.
团结一心。
Strange succession all around. Yes, yes. So we're gonna move this way.
无能为力。
Ma Teng came back. Well, this time, Ma Teng. Alright, so we're able to even get him there. We roll all the way through. No, I'm like, it's not gonna let us do this. Ah, no. That's so dumb. Why did I even try? Like, maybe it'll let us do it? No, it won't. It's okay. I mean, we're not getting, like, bitten by this. He doesn't have anywhere to go either. But then, you know, both of these armies get caught out after the retreat, and Lu Bu does a sweet spin move with the halberd to eliminate both of the models on the map at once.
放了他们，让他们牢记我的大恩大德。放了这群废物，要这些俘虏也没用。
And then we're gonna move Lu Bu like right here to support an ambush if anybody else tries to come in, and give the Emperor a little time to heal, right? So I don't think they're gonna be able to. No, we'll move Cao Ren this way to Zhulu here and isolate on Ping. Yeah. Oh, he can't make it in. Well, in that case, we'll go into ambush stance right here, and maybe we will be able to convince them to make a mistake. We needed to heal a little bit with this army anyway. So, good stuff. Good, good, good. And next turn, we'll take this and re-recruit the CME army up there. I mean, we could do it here now, I guess, but...
此地生机勃勃。
By his army, I mean the Zhongfei army.
该当如此。 廉洁奉公，忍受苦难。
They do his setup so it's gonna take him to level 10 in order to get that. You wouldn't figure that they don't hate each other. You know, maybe they didn't just run. Maybe they just didn't run into each other this time around. Who does Zhang Fei hate? He doesn't have any bitterness. Zhang Fei only doesn't like Liu Bei. How sad. Guan Yu, who do you even work for? Oh, Luoyang. I wish you worked for me. I would give you red hair, Guan Yu. I would. Alright, alright. Is Teng really going like the reverse way through the mountains at me? Yeah, better luck for him entering the recruit pool compared to him. Because for ours, he was out on the map, which if they have an army on the map, then they automatically get confederated to you, right? But then otherwise, it just sort of depends. Go on, you, how could you? Alright, but now he's made a huge mistake. And walked around the corner of the land there, and we get to pop him.
我们奋勇杀敌，但仍心怀荣耀。今天放你们一马，意志坚定，方有此胜。群山伫立的样
That
子，
big melee attack rate buff.
保持原样，拿起武器。作乱为祸之徒，不得其死。平定天下。
夏日微风吹人，好不惬意。拿起武器。
燕人张翼德在此。
闻风而动，雷厉风行。杀！杀他们个片甲不留！
向前进军！
全军出击！干掉敌军！
It's like, I guess we do the battle, even though the auto... I mean, because, I mean, how many more battles are left in the campaign, right? How many more?
"为了大业，
杀呀！
You know, there's no reason not to do the battle, right? It is likely to be the last one we do on the field. It's likely to be the very end of the campaign, after all, so...
天下谁
I
敢
mean
当无？
We still could do whatever, you know, like fight Teng, you know, enjoy our Pokemon generals, but I'd almost be more inclined to immediately start another one of these campaigns and have the joy of starting it all over again. Because once you've won, you know, what is
即便
there?
天气炎热如此，我等职责依旧不变。
来呀！要是你能压倒我的怒火，
Ah! Fascinating! Fascinating. You don't see that very often on these Chinese sieges. You know, now they just need like 13 more of them and a star shape around it. It'll blow their mind. Yeah, we're just gonna crack in this way, I guess. Oh, their armies are gonna be over there, and my armies will be over here. Well, in that case, we'll let these armies deal with the wall there. Well, no. Yeah. They don't have fire arrows? Oh my god. Well, That's embarrassing.
发射！挥动发射车！
Well, you know, let's, like, I've never heard of you, but I'm gonna accept this duel. Like, where is it? Oh, he came in from the other... He's just like, look, I didn't even want to show up here. And she's like, look, at least you're brave. I'm not really looking for a husband right now, but at least you're brave. This fool's not gonna make it for too long. Did I... Where are my reinforcements? Did I click the button that made them not happen or something? I thought I needed to click the large army battle button.
敌将已被我军斩了。
Well, fortunately, even without fire arrows, we will be able to run in and deal with our... I have a ton of ammo on siege engines, trebuchet. Oh yeah, Luke, did you know that Zheng Xiang is brilliant? We got her to roll the trait with our faction council once, so that's pretty good, huh? Pretty good. A very charmed run indeed. It's fine, you know. If we had fire shot, it would be better. It's fine. I was like, man, whatever army she's gonna be in is gonna be in a good spot. Yeah, I guess we must have clicked whatever thing doesn't let us get reinforcements, but... So that means as their reinforcements fall, we're gonna get hit with that nonsense. Now, obviously, we don't want to fight on this side because of the buildings. Because if these fools want to stand in a gap that wide and try to defend it, well, I would love to shoot them up. I would love to shoot all these guys who don't have shields and who just have a bunch of armor and say, well, what's that armor going to do against 82 damage shots? You know, the wall breach getting wider and wider. Gotta love it. Got to love it. And they don't have, like, any archers of quality, right? Yeah, they've just got archer militia, and not even that many of them. They got some vanguard crossbows. They're already out of ammo. They probably were shooting into our star guy. We're gonna see if we can run in around the back of the seam here. It works. It totally works. And Lubu runs into a wall. It reminds me of one of my old friends. His dad had these greyhounds, and man, oh man, would they ever just, like, Maybe they were, I think they were greyhounds. They might have been whippets, you know. My inability to tell the difference probably annoyed my friend's father. But let's just get off of the mount and kill this dude. And here we see that them in the breach, this is exactly what we want, right? Oh, they sortie out to dissuade the Onyx Dragons. Little do they know. They're falling victim to one of the classic blunders, but you know, you gotta love that. That's good stuff, you know, that's real hero stuff there. You know, and ordinarily, that you know, that's a great thing to see from the AI too. Where they're not just gonna sit there and let you beat up on them. They're gonna try to do something about it and fail and then let you beat up on them. And these guys are like, we're gonna stand here. I'm like, well, you can try. The smoldering fury of Lu Bu, which of course makes him absolutely bonkers in strength as he continues to fight. We're going to go ahead and get back on our horse and bounce out of here. We've done enough on that front, and those are pretty heavy infantry. And the rest of our forces are never showing up, but that's okay. We'll withdraw the trebuchets. Get somebody else on the field, right? Zheng He! You're a formidable opponent. Do you want to duel Lu Bu? Now, normally you don't duel a sentinel, but my name is Lu Bu, and the rules are different for me. He might win, but, you know, the campaign's not on the line, and Lu Bu is absolutely the sort of dude to be challenging people to duels even when it's not the right time. And it looks like he's gonna do just fine. It looks like he's doing just fine. And of course, his stats get juiced the longer you're in a fight. And we are now at phase 4. We are now at phase 5. We do about 10,000 damage when we hit. So even if he dodges 50% of hits, you know, you make 100% of the shots that you take when you're Lu Bu. That's the way it goes. The trebuchets move off of the battlefield. Do we get reinforcements yet? Lu Bu says he can't beat their strength. Hit him again, Lu Bu. Don't fall down. You joking? He loses. Yeah, you know, we didn't have any strategists to come in and drop the power onto him after all. I guess the reinforcements just aren't working. I mean, the one guy came in though. Like, just hit him. Stop trying to hit him and hit him.
一群懦夫，准备就绪，做好准备，加快脚步。
Yeah, the Yang flips out. But now that the heavy cav is over here in the trenches, you know, these northern veteran cavalry, they can't stand up to the might of the heavy cavalry of Lubu. And now we're just going to go ahead and get these guys off of the battlefield, even though they're okay at fighting. Maybe my reinforcements will come in then.
鼓起勇气，挺住，加快步伐，以守就绪。注意，准备好了。 鼓起勇气，勇士在此，做好准备。
The Cav, you know, the Cav do not want to stand up to Yangtze, who does a ton of damage. And, you know, we are also getting shot up by just some towers, not like by all of them. But with these two infantry blocks on him, that'll get him down. Where are my reinforcements? Alright, their reinforcements show up
一众溃不成军，
after quite some time. 13 minutes of the battle and their reinforcements show up. I didn't even know that this game would delay them that much.
顽强不屈。 快快快，动作快点儿！
Of course, like, in the event that something weird happens and our reinforcements never show, like, we still have 2 more armies outside of this place. It's not like we're gonna lose those armies because they didn't get into the battle. All the funnier that we got, like, so prepared for this, and then the game's like, by the way, unless you fight there for an hour, your dudes are never gonna show up. Maybe when this retinue goes off, do you have to lose, like, a whole retinue for the stuff to work out? This dude does a 1.2 KO. He's only got 15 swings a minute, though.
加快速度。 顽强不屈。 在，进军。
2 remotes on the field, routing units for the cap. Ah, I see.
做好准备。时机已至。准备就绪。加速前进。做好准备。
Well, you know what time it is. It's time to take the city. I do not need the world, but I'll take the city, as the song says. But Sunset wants the world, as the title of the video says, so. And what a campaign it's been. Just a charmed, you know, for a campaign based on luck, how fortuitous that we've had the luckiest campaign ever. Zhongxiang going into the campaign pool so early, allowing us to get those amazing weapons. The Lu Bu recruit.
我军正在攻占城池，胜利就在眼前。
You showing up in the stream, Luke, with just enough time to explain to me how to not lose my faction leader. Just a very lucky time. Zhang Fei! Alright, we need to get these guys here to, let him in the gate.
敌军士兵正在溃逃。
It was very important that he gets in the gate before this all ends. I mean, theoretically, they could get here and make something of it, but I think they'll be far enough away to where we'll just win the siege before they can show up. But all these cavalry showing up in the third hour, that'll certainly make the difference. And of course, yeah, it's just these. The only way in is here and here. Oh man, if I had some archers. Oh man, if I had some archers. The defense I could make of a place like this. Get trebuchets here and here. Avoid the trees, probably burn them down on purpose before they show up so they can't do it to you. Just in time to watch her hog all the glory, indeed. He's gonna be like, what happened to Lu Bu? She's like, oh, he didn't make it. He said, Zhongxiang, you go on without me, and afterward, when you win, you tell everybody that you should rule the world. It was always you, not me. That's what he said. That's what he wanted me to tell you. You know, he was out in the field doing his thing, intimidating the foe.
我们已经占领敌军哨楼。
Oh, that's so awesome. They've got like the banner, the standard bearers for the unit here in the middle. And like the commander. Oh, I love it. Like This is everything. Look at him standing so carefully there. Look at the sight of our triumph. Look at Zhang Fei showing up finally. And then these fools, you know, too late. Just much too late to make a difference. Victory is ours. Heartbroken, they see that the city has fallen, and the very short-lived kingdom of Song, who stole an emperor's seat from the Han Empire, which is a terrible thing for them to have done to him. I can't believe, you know, they did that. It's messed up. And we win!
要这些俘虏也没用，放了他们，让他们牢记我的大恩大德。
The kingdom of Song falls. Unite what is divided. Unification of China. Boom, baby. And now it wants me to get 21 more settlements before it says that I won. I don't, you know.
我们快点结束对话吧。
Oh wow, the Han Empire is pretty beat up, huh? But anyway, yeah, so that, Wonderful.
潮起潮落，足以磨平巨石。
And it's kind of all over but the shouting at this point. I mean, we don't have to end right now. Obviously, we've got, like, these wars. You don't want to be like, oh, I won the campaign, even though you're, like, in the middle of a bunch of wars. But you know what we are. We are the Emperor. The undisputed Emperor of China. Holder of the Mandate of Heaven. King, Prince and Emperor. Sun Tzu the Lucky, they'll call him. And his divine luck was almost going up to divine favor, up from very lucky. Hey, Nusa. Hey, Nusa. Glad to have seen you. Yes, wonderful stuff. Like, what a campaign, right? This is the best campaign in the game. There are other... I haven't done all... Hey, there we go. You know... Of course he's not trustworthy, and he's probably immediately going to start doing schemes against us, but... The Han Empire rejected peace with our vassal. Well, that's a horse of a different color. Now we'll have to fight a little while longer. Oh, that's right, Yambahu is down here. Well... What's up? He's an underdog again? Yeah, I noticed that earlier. He offered to become my vassal a few turns ago, but right after I did it, he did a scheme to me. It might have been loaded before we accepted the diplomacy. Maybe he is always the underdog. I don't know. But I think I was like, he became my vassal and then immediately betrayed me, but I think what happened really was... We'll stabilize his food here. I think what happened was, on his turn, he already loaded the scheme, and then it lets you see all the diplo before you start your turn. So I accepted him as the vassal, and then his scheme came in, and then I just reloaded, because I was like, rage. How dare he!
战争还没有结束，今天放你们一马，扫平天下，
一统天下，不辱使命。
The so-called empire of the so-called Han. We'll put that name to the test. That's right, Jutai, you get to have a job again.
请下命令。
Are there going to be any streams on the 21st? Yeah, I'm on vacation right now, so that'll be Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be streaming all day long. Well, you know, off and on through the day. But yes, I've been on vacation this weekend, and I'll continue being on vacation up until next week on Friday.
养精蓄锐，有话快说。 天下大义，不要手下留情。好歹能喝上2口了。快滚！小心俺变了主意。
Well, I think it's very cool.
怒吼吧！这样行不通。进攻！我们的智略更胜一筹，此地正合我等计策。
不愿效犬马之劳，迅速出击！
Like, all that happened is this fool didn't want to declare some peace, you know. He hated Cao Pi so much that he wasn't willing to accept that he wasn't allowed to fight him anymore, and now this is happening to him.
此城归我军所有了。
I mean, sure, from his perspective, this was a foregone conclusion anyway, but what are you gonna do?
正气如火，熊熊不息。
So you'll probably drop by. Well, cool. Yeah, missed you earlier today. We did a little bit of geometry. I started playing platformer levels. They're a ton of fun. I'm really enjoying it. Not like normal Geometry Dash that I hadn't enjoyed in a while most of the time, but the platformer levels were a real blast. The ones I played, and I'm sure there are hundreds or thousands more that'll be a lot of fun too.
心怀荣耀。
And he also hated moves to real shoot. Yeah. Yeah, no. So we've been doing it most Sundays, but not like everyone. I was trying to do it every Sunday, and then I'm like, you know, what I hate more than anything in the world is people expecting something of me. So I was like, what I'll do is just say that we mainly do it. Yeah, I call it Geometry Sundash. It's very clever. I know. Gongsun-san gets liberated. Good for him. Yeah, we'll just let Zhang Liao like hang out back there. Who cares?
攻无不克，战无不胜。 见识一下我们的激情，疯了吧？拿起武器！国军如有天助，气焰大盛。
Night, Anissa. Sleep well. See you one of these days.
拿起武器！
He'll probably run away here, but to where? Further off awkwardly. Well, you know, that's fine, because at least that'll isolate him some. Here, we want to catch this guy out. If they move in this direction down, that's fine somewhat, right? And then here... The Han Empire, too weak, right? I guess, like, I thought with Kong Rong, like, I thought they were in good shape, but I guess just in those few turns after they declared, they got totally beat up. So I really thought more of this land was going to be theirs. I thought they were going to have, like, this whole stretch up here, but they are, you know, barely doing it at all. And, you know, now, through the Cao Pi thing and that, you know, we're within 10. Should be able to churn through it pretty quick here, right? Yep,
战争
spread much
也
too
是终
thin.
结乱世的一种
You
办
know,
法。
and their capital being, if they would have had their capital in Bahai, where, you know, where their largest city was or whatever, then they could have been fine. But I mean, Anping makes more sense. That's where I would want my capital. There, Jindu, but you know. Probably that's a Wild Frontier adventure. Yeah, probably. He was like all the way down here trying to fight Nanman whenever it happened. Oh, that's right. We need to take these last lands down here because we haven't achieved every dream, right? We need to level up a green general a little more. We need to get more regions with access to the Yellow River. And then we need to get these 2 places, and then we'll achieve every dream of Sansa. So yeah. Well, we can re-recruit an army down there here in a second whenever we get the moment for it. Hey Evan, that is what they call a non sequitur. But it's interesting that you would say that.
不辱使命。无知妙计。
And the Empress gives him a stab.
我可不是薄情寡义之人。
That guy had followers of the flame. I would love one of those in an army. Super late in the game.
全力奋战。
Good night, Evan. Yes, indeed. Good night or morning, whichever it happens to be. It is a morning or a night to be good on.
拿起武器，
King Wutugu has declared war against us. I never. I never. Do you a glorious day. A child has grown up. Whose kid are you? Liu Bei's kid? I mean, with that name, he's in the member of the family. Yeah, he's got to be, right? Because he's a distant relative. Where are your children? Okay, I don't know if you can even see other people's family trees. Whatever. I think it's Liu Bei's kid. I know Liu Bei is distantly related to our royal family. He's the minister of the Imperial clan, I think. Yes.
响彻云霄，尝尝我的怒火。
So this dude just moves right into the fight. You know, very brave. Does he think that Zhang Fei won't pursue? He will.
这场仗真是酣畅淋漓，放了他们。
He gives Zuriya and Ahaya.
放了这群废物。
And we continue carving up these fools. Now I'm like, can they get to the Imperial City? No, not in time.
向前进军。
This will protect it from the road. I mean, they might be able to get there. They won't be able to siege it in time. And we're just going to keep on chasing Yan Baihu. That's Cao Ren's whole lights on life now. He's just going to chase Yan Baihu. And maybe Cao Pi, now that he's not fighting us, will be able to do something over there. Maybe. Maybe. I feel like going down into Shu will give us more fruitful avenues towards taking more land to achieve our goal of being declared the victor. And then we delete the Merc Cav, and then immediately get... I mean, they'll just be level 4, so we'll lose a couple, but... Oh, that's not the way. Well, that's not the way. We were supposed to swap them into something else. Instead, we just get rid of that whole part of the army. Not very good. You know, it's fine. I'll just turn the game off and say I won if something bad happens, right? Oh, once we move away, they all instantly recruit? Okay, well that's alright then. I was like, I thought they moved in instantly. They do, you just gotta look away. Boom! And we vassalized the last remaining vestiges of the Han Empire with a guarantee of autonomy. Perfection. That didn't take too long to get the last 21 places right. Look at him. Oh yeah. Campaign victory. Victory by vassalizing, yeah, our previous enemies. Are we not a generous ruler? So at 194. We had no land. We get a little bit of land. And then, yeah. Yeah, so... You know, we're down here. We take out Yan Baihu. We solidify our control over those previous mountains of the bandits. A little bit more, the Yellow Turban stuff. We take out, you know, our enemies on this side of the river. Liu Bei starts carving up the Duchy of Zhong. Lu Bu's on that side. We move against the Duchy of Zhong. Take them out. Take out Lu Bu in like a year. Take out Liu Bao at the same time. The next year, annex Liu Bei, declare emperor. The next year, take out all of Cao Cao's land and move up across the Yellow River. The next year, absorb all of that, and then the year after that, the win. Beautiful. Beautiful.
心有所欲，引而导之。
听凭吩咐。
参见大人。
我的名声远播。
That means there's just a couple of things left to do. First of all, we have to take these abilities to give resolve. We're going to level her up a little bit more. Usually vassalage is a quicker return on interest in the buildings, yeah. Alright, so we have to capture more regions that have access to the Yellow River to complete all the dreams. So maybe we won't do that dream, right? Because as it stands, all we did was vassalize them. You know, so we didn't capture enough. But we'll still fulfill the last dreams. What a good campaign.
若非两败俱伤，我方才不会议和。
I'm not really that worried about the Yellow Turbans. Unless they want to join the Empire. Like, are they? Are they attacking me? They are attacking me. You know what? Let's do have peace with them. We can't make them join the Empire. I did whenever I was the bandits.
Ba. 让天下人都知道，心中有希望，
Hey, we get him.
能战无不胜。
What a great capstone. We have really caught them all here, right?
唯有扫清六合，天下才能
Super cheap redeployment.
拉弓之时需屏气凝神。
You gotta love it.
行则同进，战则同袍。
Alright, so in conclusion, you gotta tech to Onyx Dragons. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta tech to Onyx Dragons, and then you can play the game. They're real good. They're just so good.
若非两败俱伤，我方才不会议和。若非两败俱伤，你这厮不识好歹。
You didn't tell me about the Onyx Dragon was trying to make us. It makes the reform too boring. Yeah, it does sort of seem like if you don't go for the best archers in the game early, you're just actively nerfing yourself. Unless you have very good archers some other way, yeah. Yeah, like if you have Yi archers, sure, you don't maybe need to get them because they're quite solid. Or Furia Bahai, or Yi Vanguard archers, or whatever. Yeah, like you just said there. If you don't have a unique unit. The Nanman menace. Another child, another baby girl! Sun Fengxiang. You know, having a sentinel for a girl is better than a strategist, but we're still very happy with all of them. We did it so fast. Sun Ren's just 25 years old. Is there a way to get 15 resolve? No. Alright. We need one more point of resolve to get the thing there. Alas. How dare the enemy encircle me? I love campaign-wide faction effects. Faction-wide campaign effects. That's the order to say it in. It's just like, that's a pure joy to me in a game. Like how fun the Malachi campaign was. You know, I love the small quests that give you big rewards at the end, or even just medium rewards. Because when we took Liu Bao's, Lady Zhurong, Goddess of Fire. When we took Liu Bao's land and got, you know, Zhuyu's ambition, when we got the Jing province and got 50% ammo for artillery, like a campaign-defining buff in a campaign that had plenty of other ones, like, that's just so good. It's just so good. But the Empress will take one of the last places. The armor craftsman. You know, that would have been good for the whole game, but, you know, you get so many unique generals. I feel like the armor craftsman for Wu in particular is very underwhelming. Because even if you get something that's like an armor that's better than your armor that you have, like, there's plenty of armor. Like, look, this armor is better than Sun Tzu's armor. It is. It's a lot better, actually, you know. You get 20 armor points, and you lose 6 instinct for it. You lose the speed. No, you don't lose the speed. You get drilled. You know, it's just a lot better. But, yeah, you know, if your unique people have armor, you can't take it off them, even when the other armor's better. Which sometimes unique armor is, oh, he gets unbreakable from his armor? I didn't realize. Well, that would be a good way for him to be the Oathsworn sacrifice the whole time for Sun Tzu, wouldn't it? If you were needed it to be that way. Well, with all that said, the final ambition of our faction has been achieved. The Legacy of Wu. Returning to Sun Jian's first seat of power is like coming back to one's true home. But anyway, although we could keep on playing, you know, we won. We won, like, figuratively, we won in an absolute sense. We won morally. You know, we deserve it, and we got it. Perfect stuff. Yeah, it's only year 215 right now. Anyway. I guess we won't complete every Legacy of Wu. But like it says, the name and the greatness, they'll go down throughout history. Look at our court. Look at who we've acquired here. All the people of Wu, but then Zhangxiang, Lu Bu, Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, Zhong Fei, Cao Ren, who proved an able general and a capable member of the faction, you know? We got so many great people that we didn't even get to use all of them. Zhang He, yeah, you join up. You see, it's, everybody's just real happy to be here. And there you have it. King of all China. Emperor of the Middle Kingdom. The undisputed champion of the world. His name is Sun Tzu. They called him the Little Conqueror. Now they will call him the Little Emperor. The Little Emperor who could. And that's all you gotta do. Sun Tzu. Prolific achiever. He won 7 duels, you know. Could have been better. Actually, like, only losing 20k soldiers in this whole conquest of our own. Taking out 100,000 of the enemy. A much less bloody conflict for China. Than some of the other ones that we had done. "89 victories and 3 defeats. We almost got a perfect run. But alas. Well, there you have it. There's some so that you first painted the map with. Yeah, you know, with all the movement range and all the faction-wide bonuses, like, I mean, what's not to like? And you get so many unique characters just from your own faction that you basically, you know, you've got everything you need for each army to at least have a unique character or two for character, right? Because then it's like, oh, this is Sun Run and Cao Cao and this Sentinel who they made friends with, you know. It's not just like, here's my named character and two chumps who are in there because they have the right colors of general. Unless they're green. You know, it's hard to find enough green generals. Anyway. That's all I've got for you right now. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. I mean, what's next?
汉统衰落，豪
Cao Cao
强
maybe?
并起。董卓已暴尸数年，
希望这次挑战值得我出手。
袁绍
我会用智谋与宽仁重建和睦秩序。
刘璋识人善用，此亦为
Well, you
不
know,
可多得的
it's
才
really
能。
just like Wei and Yuan Shao that makes sense. But we'll think about it. Maybe Ma Teng.
悉心节约，待时而廉洁奉公，忍受苦难。
士燮礼贤下士，宽厚待人。
Yuan Shao's one of your personal
Yozi.
favorites. I like,
犹豫就是软
you know,
弱。
he's got some good characters.
Yuan
I
Shao
like the position he
阴
starts out
阳
on the
和
map.
硕之地，雄
you
踞
know.
北方。如今，他将目光投向试图妨碍其春秋大业的逆贼。
But Ma Teng, another great position. And then Cao Cao, of course, you know, you got all of his unique abilities and his amazing cast of characters.
董卓已暴
Xi
尸
is
数
probably
年，
the worst faction, at least finished.
曹
That's
操
too
抓
bad.
住良机，
力求上
We
进。
won't do another bandit, not right away.
张燕只
And
想
if we
独
did
善
anyway,
其
we'd probably
身
do Zhang Zheng because, you know,
这个席卷
she's my girl. But anyway, that's that. It's like, oh, it's almost midnight. Well, I won't be streaming anything else later on. I guess I could do like 15 minutes a week or whatever, but I probably won't. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I'll play some Hades. Have some me time. Take some time to myself to play video games. Anyway, what a wonderful campaign. Did I really just start this like 2 days ago? In my head, I've been playing it for ages. I like woke up and I'm like, oh, we're gonna go across the Yellow River. They're never gonna see it coming. They didn't. They didn't see it coming. Perfect stuff. Wonderful. Anyway. Maybe I'll do a Liu Bei campaign where he tries to actually do the historical thing. It might be too hard to make happen, though. It's quite a migration to make. Anyway. Thoughts for another day, perhaps. Anyway. See you, Luke. See you, Imishru. Good night to anyone else who happens to be around. Trombone, if you're here. Ollie or Evan. And Nosa, if you guys didn't go to sleep when you said you did. Good night, everyone. And maybe I'll see you in another stream or video. We'll be back tomorrow for more video game playing. I'm on vacation, so it'll be all day long, rather than just till 2 in the afternoon or so like most Mondays. And perhaps I'll see you there. Good night, everyone.